Hello everyone, it's me, Mars Magica, and today in my Minecraft hardcore world, I'm gonna be making a waterfall farm. That's right. As you can see, this is the final result. But yeah, I wanted to make a farm that's aesthetically pleasing, but I saw a big waterfall and I thought, that's a big water source and I could make great use of it. So, what better way to make use of a waterfall than make it into a farm? Also, hold up. Did you guys see that? The friggin' skeleton decided to get rid of a dog, and this is why skeletons are my mortal enemy in this game. Like, forever. I hate them. I don't like them. They are my forever enemy. How could you do that to a dog? Poor puppy. But anyways, in loving memory of that dog, skeletons have become my nemesis forever. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna need a lot of dirt for this. So I decided to simultaneously terraform my base to clear it all out while also collecting a bunch of dirt. So now I've gathered so much dirt for myself. So, well, now I got so much stuff. I cultivated a bunch of wood, got a lot of cherry planks, cherry logs, a bunch of oak planks and oak logs. And I'm going to be using that for the build, obviously. And then as you can see, I got a lot of dirt. And, well, you guys didn't see this, but I actually ended up getting a bunch of iron from that cave. And I also got a bunch of coal, some redstone, and all this other stuff. So I found an amethyst geode, so a bunch of amethyst blocks, which I find really beautiful, and a lot of raw iron, which I haven't cooked, which I realized just now, and gold, which would be perfect for the nether, and also music discs, which I'm really excited. I really want to actually play these. So I guess I could make a music box as well. I mean, as you can see, I really kitted myself out with all these diamond tools. Heck, I even made a freaking diamond shovel. This is the same as getting a big paycheck and just spending it all. And I am not ashamed about that. I mean, eventually I'll be able to enchant my diamond tools, so I'm not too worried about that. I just want to enjoy my diamonds as they are. And I'm also splurging on my iron ingots because I'll be making 3 buckets. Right, perfect. So I'll be making 3 buckets for the build. And you'll soon see what I've done. I basically sectioned off the water so that it's a lot easier to manage. And then we'll do a lot of building. So I'll pick up 3 stacks and maybe 2 stacks of cherry logs, 3 stacks or 2 stacks of oak planks, and that much. I think that should be enough for now. I don't think we'll be using that much oak planks anyway. But yeah, as you can see, all cleared off and the waterfall is closed off too. Oh, right. Before I get going, I should probably also get the seeds so that I can plant them too. I ended up just running around like over that field and just grabbing a bunch of seeds. So I got 2 stacks of seeds. The stack that I got from here was not enough, so I definitely need a lot more. And I don't even think that many seeds will be enough to fill the whole farm, but it'll be enough for now. So let's get started. This is how much I cleared out, but I'm actually not too sure how I'm gonna manage this. So there's 2 sections to the waterfall. They're very huge. I feel like this section might be a bit easier to start off with, so we'll start off with that. And let's see, how many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do maybe 9. That way it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. That way the middle one is 5, and then there'd be 4 blocks on either side. I'll just mark that actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 5th. And oh, Mr. Cow, you're getting stuck there. Poor little cow. Alright. Should I make a... Let's see, where does this smooth out? It smooths out down here. So I'll make it a bit smoother. And then I'll just make it a bit more of like a staircase situation here. You guys will see eventually what my vision is, but yeah. So let's go there and dig this part out and make sure to reach the flattest area possible, which would be maybe one more level down, or maybe I could just do this and then this. I wonder, wait, I actually need to check how far the water will go down. So I'm gonna dig this out first and I'll let that water, come on water. Make sure this water is level enough that I will, there we go. So that water goes as far as, okay, so I think it can go a little bit further. So I'm thinking that it could, let's just, ooh, maybe just leave that block there. So basically I want to drag this out as long as the water will go. So how many blocks would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay. So let's just that in through here. And it extends pretty long while after that. But I want it to stop here. Water has certain behavior that I kind of understand. But it's still a bit tricky to get it to calm down a little. Oh, come on. Why is it pouring out this way? I guess, oh, it's because I need to dig one down. That makes sense. There we go. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Ooh, it's getting quite dark now. I'll just quickly get rid of this block here, and these blocks. And, oh, well, that actually kind of worked out for itself. Alright. Let's go back and quickly sleep. Alright, so it's day now, and we should just quickly go back. But it looks like the waterfall kind of spread out a little bit, but it's not looking pretty. So we gotta make our own waterfall looking thing that looks a lot prettier than that. Let's just, first off, really flatten this area. So that looks pretty. And I don't really like that, so maybe we could use some wood to surround it slightly. I think the waterfall should split off slightly just between here. And maybe this section should be cut off as well. Alright, so I want that section of the waterfall to slightly go down this way. So I'm gonna modify it a little bit, that way it just goes the way I want it to. Like this, and with this part I want it to be sectioned off as well. Just so that it goes in this direction. There we go. Ouch. Alright, let's just add a few blocks here. There we go. And let me just view that actually from afar. That looks a lot better because the waterfall is kind of going closer down that stream. And then for this side, actually, I'm gonna have some water going out the sides. I kind of want it going down this way as well. Let's see how it would look like if the waterfall was from over here. So blocking this area off a little bit and then digging this out. Let's have it move out from the top here. There we go. Now it's going down this side. I'm a waterfall engineer. Alright, so it's not dropping down the way I want it, so I'm gonna have to slightly lift it by adding some more blocks here. There we go, now the waterfall's a little fatter. Let's just look at it from afar again. There we go. But I just want it to be slightly lifted over there, so that way when it comes down, it's a lot more smooth. And then I think it going out one more time over that way would look really cool too. So we already got this section part. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure it's this way. And then the remainder of the waterfall just hitting down here would be really cool. So I need to make sure it's properly sectioned that way. Let's see. Alright, so it will have it sectioned off to this way. And I want this waterfall going down here a bit more smoothly. So I'll have it go on to reach all the way down here. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna just have to expand the waterfall to go this way. There we go. This needs a slight lift. Okay, so it's a bit of a thin waterfall, so I'm gonna need it to be slightly spread out. Oop. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. There we go. Water is always a bit frustrating to work with, but I think I got it all figured out. Let's look at this from afar. There we go. It just needs to be slightly thinned out towards the end, but it's looking pretty elegant so far. And then that one needs to be sectioned out as well, but maybe we'll focus on this one today. There we go. It's now a little thinner, and that's a lot prettier. Alright, I think I did it. I think I did the first farm. This is my first waterfall farm. Alright, so it's probably best to go back to sleep. This is the second night, so I think we've been pretty efficient. But this type of farm style is pretty new. I don't think I've heard of anyone else making a waterfall-based farm, but I haven't particularly researched it. So yeah, and it's also inspired by rice fields. I'll show a picture, but those fields are always so pretty. So I was thinking if I wanted to make a farm, I wanted a pretty one like that. And I do want to make automatic farms in the future, but this is the first big farm of the base, and obviously I don't want it to be ugly. I want it to have some sort of presence. So yeah, now I'm going to be hoeing the ground. Oops. And maybe I should add a bit of slabs down here. That way I don't fall down onto the hoed ground, I guess. But then that would mean this part would not be functional. That's okay. I could always just go step by step like this and gather the resources this way. Now I'm gonna plant all the seeds. This will definitely be not enough to cover the whole ground, but it'll be enough to start a pretty decent farm. Ooh, maybe it might cover the whole thing. Yeah, actually, maybe it will. That's good. That's gonna be a lot more satisfying then. This took a lot quicker than I thought it would, but it's probably good. The only thing I kind of want to do is fix that waterfall over there. It's just a little bit too high up, so it looks a little funny. And this area needs to be fixed up as well. So you can see it's a bit high up, so we're gonna just slightly fix that. Just... Oh no! Oh god. Well... Great. This is why water is a bit difficult. And yep, here we go with our water troubles. I should have fixed this before I added the seeds. Okay, this part is a bit high, so I just need to dig down and just block it off a little bit. There we go. That should work and not spill over, hopefully. Now it looks a lot smoother, I think. We just need to look at it from a distance. That's a lot smoother. I can definitely tell even without stacking up dirt here. Yeah, that looks a lot better, but this part, I feel like it needs to drop down all the way here. And so that means this section needs to be... And we can obviously expand this. We can do a corner, like rice paddy-ish farmland here. And this one we could take another day or another time to just make it into a farm waterfall instead of just a ordinary one. There we go. Even waterfalls can be terraformed, it seems. So we'll just add some dirt here. And come on, water. There we go. And let's see how that looks now. It's just a lot of adjustments with this water. Okay, that's a lot better, but we just need to smooth it down from there. I think what we need is maybe it being a bit more gradual from here. Slightly more gradual. There we go. And from the top here, a little bit thicker. What is happening here? Okay, that's fine. Maybe if we add some blocks here and expand this area. Man, this diamond shovel is gonna be gone. Ooh, it's joining up with this. That looks cool, actually. Okay, let's just dig this down a bit more. There we go. The cow trying to climb up the waterfall. Okay, that's nicer. But what's happening here? Oh, that part was not sealed off. All right. Let's look at it now. There we go. That's a lot better. We just need to fill this part up and maybe make this part a little bit more chunky like a rice patty and make it all gradual and so we can fill it with wheat and stuff. We still have more than enough dirt for this, so I'll just put it all in my inventory here and place the dirt. So this is what I'm looking at. So this is what I've done so far, but I feel like from what I've done, I need to section off this waterfall so I prevent it from going down this way. So just to straighten down here, and then I can flatten out this top part a bit more, and then flatten out the bottom part too. So yeah, you'll see me doing that. Alright, so I sectioned it off, and I just need to make sure this is all up to order and smoothed out. There we go, that's a lot better. I just need to fix that stone part and maybe have the waterfall go down from the other side there. Alright, so I'm just terraforming the waterfall a little bit more because it was just being very high up. But now it's just raining, which sucks. I don't want it to rain. Now mobs are gonna spawn. This is gonna be really annoying. Oop. It's a little less high up now. And I'm also gonna unleash the waterfall from this side. Alright, let's just finish the last remnants of this waterfall and we'll be done. And we can just hoe the ground, plant some seeds and be done with it, basically. Apart from some slight decorations. It's always nice to have a few good decorations here and there. Alright, I just need to clear this part out, and it should be okay, and hopefully it does not spill over. Oh, just a little bit spilled over. Oh gosh, that's so satisfying. And that worked exactly how I thought it would. Great! This waterfall is gonna source all the water for this farm. So what you need to do is just dig down a block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then keep digging down one block until the end of the farm. Like so. And also there. And then you just break that block and maybe slightly lift it. And then it will go down. Although this one's a little weaker, so I'll have to push it a little further. Which is fine. So I can just add some water. There we go. And now it's extended all the way till down here. And I wonder, okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the rest of it won't need as much, but it's okay. We'll just do it to complete it. And we'll just break this block and let it drag out. And I'll just lift it slightly there and let it drag out all the way to the end. And there we go. And I'll just fill it out lightly from here. That way it looks a little bit nicer. And yeah, I mean, I could even use this wasted space, but it's okay. It looks fine as is. And all I need to do is make this into farmland and plant some seeds. So let's just look at this from higher up for a moment. Yep, that looks like a farm. Looks like a waterfall farm. This kind of went more smoothly than I expected. I thought it would be a little bit more troublesome, but there we go. It looks kind of cool. I wish I did it the way I did it here rather than how I did it here, because this is a little bit less efficient. But what I also want to do is, unlike the last farm I made, I'm going to add some slabs. And probably even potentially across the water, so I could just, I mean, I could just hop over the water, but actually maybe not across. Should I? Maybe I will do it across. Kind of looks cool. There we go. It does remove some farmable land, but it looks pretty, so I'll just leave that as is. And just do this part. It also makes climbing easier without damaging the crops. So we're gonna hoe it now. Woo! The last part. I might need to make another hoe though. Alright, that's the last bit of the land. All done. That's great! And now I just need to add some light sources and plant some seeds. But I'll get started with the seeds first so they start growing immediately. So I actually have a bit of a wheat farm here that I can just use the seeds from as well. That way, well, I'll be able to plant a bunch and I can just get rid of the extra land that this seed farm kind of takes. But yeah, while I was just making this whole thing, everything was growing, so even that wheat farm there is just thriving, which is great. That's great that it's the water source is fine just as is, even though it's running water source. It's doing really well, so that's good. And I love this idea of a freaking waterfall farm. That's so cool. I wish I could see something like that in real life. Ooh, it was nearly enough. I only needed 4 seeds left, but I don't have enough for that. Oh, maybe if I use some of these. Yeah, I'll just use a tiny bit. Ooh, this part was not growing. Okay. I only needed 4. I was getting a bit greedy there. Alright, and just place that down. Perfect. Let's look at this. Perfect. Okay. So another thing I need to do is just add a light source. So I'll start off with this side of the farm. Just add a few light sources. I made a few lamps so that this would be lit up. And I feel like there needs to be a light source over here too. And maybe this should be even, so I'll put one here. I'll put one... I think it was... You can't see. I think it was... this. Yeah, this section. And I'll just put one up here. We'll put one here. In the corners. I'm also already level 32, which is really good. So next episode, we could probably do some enchantments and go to the nether as well. That'd be really good. Alright, let's just put some down here. There we go. Some over here. And, oh, I just realized, yeah, I'm gonna put some, just some bridges over here. And put that there. And put that here. The rock here is kind of aesthetically pleasing, so I'll leave it as is. And one more here. Maybe one more over here, because it's a bit empty. There we go. Whoa! It looks so beautiful! My waterfall powered farm. I love it. I think I should do the slabs over here, even if though it might waste a few. Or I could make it more gradual like that. But I guess I can adjust that next time, because I spent a lot of time on this. It looks so cool! We did it, guys! We made a beautiful... Oh, what a beautiful scenery. Just as the sun sets, we make a beautiful waterfall farm. Wow, what a beautiful and breathtaking scenery. Stars are shining, and we have a wonderful, very sufficient, very efficient farm made out of a natural water source from this wonderful mountain that we found from the start of the series. And the next thing I need to do is upgrade my base, build some wonderful things into my base like storages and maybe an enchantment room. But that'll take a while because I'll need to start farming for some cows for their leather, as well as doing more sugarcane farming. Thankfully, these grew, but I'm gonna need a lot more to make a good book shelf or a good library just for the enchantment room. So I guess that will take a while. And there we have it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Minecraft Hardcore. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think I should do next down below. And see you guys next time. Bye!